Hey, so I got some books ready to go out, economy, and I would like to discuss how CGC seems to be turning it around and how CBCS isn't. Stick around. Welcome back, family. Thank you for joining yet again here at Ohana Comics. Yeah, I've got a few books here that I'm going to be sending out economy, but I got an email today. This CGC is turning it around, guys. They really, really are. It's CBCS. They're in trouble. They are in trouble. I'm sorry. I got an email today that one of my modern submissions is shipped. I got a tracking number. This is a submission that they received on March 22nd. Today is May 24th. 2 months, 2 days. Now, it didn't sit there in limbo. I mean, it took a couple weeks for actual receipt into their system for that March 22nd. That's understandable. So still, we're looking at 10 weeks turnaround time. This is back to where we were pre-COVID. Okay, but I still have a submission at CBCS, a modern submission, that I just got back the July submission, well, probably about 2 months ago. I'm still waiting for the August. They received August, which actually they received in their hands at the end of June. We're about to hit June, so we're still at, in their hands, a year. And it's, it's not even in grading and encapsulation yet. Ugh. Okay, so, but CBCS, their modern tier has really ramped it up. I'm not sure what they're doing, but hey, if there's anybody working for CGC that is watching this video, kudos. Now, my question is, what's going on with the economy? Now, I understand the economy makes it sound like, well, that's like the cheap seats on a plane. Economy costs more than modern, okay? The reason that we have to pick economy on a lot of these is because they are pre-1975, which is the submission I have right now. I have three. This will be the fourth economy submission. The oldest one going back to December, received in their hands date. So that means I believe I shipped it out the end of November, which is still not terrible by modern standards. we're already in our head of 49 weeks or whatever. But if they're really able to ramp up the turnaround time of the modern, why aren't they able to duplicate that in the economy? Especially when it's more money per book in their hands. Well, then again, they're billing as soon as they receive the books in now, so it's not like they've got an incentive to hurry. But, yeah, if they do start duplicating what they've done in modern to the other tiers, and CBCS already, some people like the logo, the paper, the header, card, whatever you want to call it. Some people don't. Okay. Some people don't like the fact that the 9.8 is so hard to see. They prefer it to be more like this. Some people want the focus to be, the first thing you see to be the book and then not the grade. Some people want to see the grade and not the book. Personally, I don't understand why, if you are a reputable grading company, okay, I don't know if I want to put PGX in that, but you understand what I'm saying. If you really want to appease all the people, give them a choice. I like the CBCS holder, but I want the CGC label with the white box. I mean, they're just, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to give you no Newton rings, but a label that you don't like. Or we're going to give you the label that you like, but the cases are not going to be, they're not going to feel as stiff. Guys, just give us a good case. Give us a choice of whatever label we want. However we decide to sell it or store it or do whatever we want with it. It's our books. But bottom line is CGC is really turning the corner, and it's not like a random thing. I've gotten other submissions back, and I see other people that are getting their submissions back. Their modern tier submissions are getting in, through, and back to us right as fast as, like you wouldn't believe. So kudos to CGC. Now, what am I getting ready to send off? Economy. And there's only one that I'm really counting on a good grade. I mean, the rest of them, I just want to see in slabs. I love the way the books look in slabs. If I change my mind later on, it's my money, I'll crack it open. But I'm going to be sending off a Daredevil number 26. These are all pressed by me. This one has got some spine, definitely some spine wear on it. I'm going to call this about a 6 to a 6.5. Again, I just want to see it in there. This one, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or so color breaking spine ticks. Pages are a little off white. This, the cover's not in the greatest shape. It's got some minor problems around it. So it looks like the cover was slightly larger than the book. But I just love the cover. I love the purples. Tales to Astonish, number 84. Like a beast at bay. I just think that was going to look really, really cool in a slab. This one I purchased from somebody work. Actually, I haven't purchased it yet. I got to still get him the money. But I pressed it for him, and I offered him full market value because he's a good guy, and I just wanted to put it into my wife's collection. Ghost Rider number 3, and this is probably going to come back about a 6 or so, 5 to a 6. My grade pick on the Submariner Tales of Astonish 84, I think it's going to be a 7. The Ghost Rider, 5 to a 6. So what happens with that? This one, the next 1, 2, 3, 4 books. Again, only the last one is a high grade, in my opinion. This one's got dog ears, color, everything, but the colors that they used during this time frame are fantastic. Doctor Strange 171, which will come back a 6.5. Doctor Strange 173. Dormammu on the cover looking awesome. I mean, jeez, the books that they made back then. How did I not buy these? Well, I wasn't around during this time. 6.0. Doctor Strange 180. Nice cover of Eternity right there. A cover of Eternity on the cover. That's what I almost said, people. Sorry. The spine on this is really, well, it's the way that they printed it and they cut it, so it really wasn't much I could do with it, but it's probably going to be about a 5. And this one, I think I got a good shot at a 9. 9.0, and it is Doctor Strange number 1. I'm really hoping for a 9.0 on this. My luck, I'm probably going to get an 8.5 just because I wanted the 9. But I would be happy even with that. I did pick up one other book off of recently, and as a freebie, he threw in a signed book. So I don't know anything about Stitched Avatar, but it is signed by Garth Ennis. Midtown Comics book. So Midtown Comics has a ton of books that they sell. But this is the book that I actually purchased, is because, as I said, I'm going to try and continue building up my DC on the wall, and I'm going to be adding Brave and the Bold number 1 in a 9.8. Signed by Bob Wycheck and George Perez. So I got my George Perez. I got my Neil Adams signed. Ooh, do I want to cover Fantastic Four? No, but just so I can start showing up some DC. I will get some books up there, guys. I'm working on it. DC needs more love up here. And these were Signature Series 2007, so that's the older style label. So this may have been in there since the original. I don't think this has ever been reslabbed. And for CGC with no Newton rings, good job, good job. Good centering of the book. I'll take it. Cool. Guys, again, CGC is turning it around. Dates are coming around on the modern tier. Let's all hope that their other tiers can start doing it as well. And put the pressure on CBCS. I don't want CBCS to fail. Let me make that perfectly clear. I do not want CBCS to fail. I want them to be pressured to improve. I want us to have choices. I want us to have a viable market which will keep the prices, competitive. If you got one comic, if CBCS goes out of business right now, what's going to stop CGC from doubling their prices? Okay, you need to have competition to keep prices in line. I understand the job market's messed up. I understand the supply chain's messed up. But CGC is doing something. CBCS is going to have to as well. Guys, thanks for sticking around and listening to me talk about this. Hopefully you're seeing some of these things with CGC, or if you've been holding on to those books, those modern tier books, trying to wait for turnaround times to improve, it looks like it's happening. So go ahead and get your books out there, man. Let's get some new slabs in our collections. Thanks for joining, and I really appreciate it. Hopefully you can remember to click like and subscribe. But until I see you again, which is tomorrow, New Comic Book Day, mahalo.